Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today's video we have a rubber duck with a microphone clamped onto his head because we're trying to get demonetized on this channel. If YouTube is watching, yeah, this is a real duck and I have a real microphone clamped to his real face. That's an actual horrible introduction to my second video ever on this channel, so that was a joke. Monetize me right now because I'm broke. I need money and I need you to monetize me. So in today's abomination, we will be going over something very simple. Two things. One, why haven't you subscribed yet? Go ahead, I'm waiting for an answer. And number two, we will be going over some of my favorite books. There aren't a lot of them, but there are a lot of them. So the thing that makes this microphone great is the fact that you can clip it to your clothes so you can hold stuff and show stuff. I'm clipping it to this duck, so it's gonna make it kind of hard to hold the books and like describe it because I'm a hand talker. I like to talk with my hands. That is not gonna be possible. If I'm waving this around, the quality is not very good. You can't really hear me well. So we're gonna start like from the bottom, no Drake, and we're going to go to the top. So at the bottom of my favorite books, which isn't really like the bottom, it's more of just like whatever, they're not categorized except for one book. Foster by Claire Keegan is one of my favorite reads of all time because it is super short, and somehow in these, I don't even know how many pages. So this is where this would come in handy if I didn't have this duck. It's like just under 100 pages at like 80 or something. It tells so much. Basically a little girl, it could be a little guy, I don't remember. If you came to this channel for facts, you came to the wrong channel. She's basically staying with a family friend throughout the summer, and that's all you need to know. Just read it. It's super short. It'll take you like an hour, maybe a little bit less. Just read it. It's worth it. That's all you get though. It's a story that I went into blind and I want other people to go into blind, so do that. They all won't be as brief as that one. I just wanted to get that one over with. So this book, Heaven, when I read this, I wasn't a huge fan of it. And then the more I thought about it, the more it actually grew on me, the more I understood its themes, the more I could relate. So for that reason, I'm in. The story follows a child who is being bullied crazy in high school. Like some of the bullying in here, trigger warning, this book is full of them. This dude gets the crap kicked out of him throughout this whole entire book by the bullies. A lot of it is super disturbing. I kind of like in this story how he discusses some of the bullying, almost like it's a mundane routine that he's just used to at this point, which makes it a lot sadder. Basically, he's in class one day and he randomly gets these notes. He doesn't know who they're from, and that's for you to figure out. I know I'm describing these so bad, but I don't want to be that YouTuber that's like, the person who was passing him notes was this person. And at the end, you know what they did? They loved on each other. I'm gonna make you guys work. I'm gonna put you guys to work on this channel. This book is also pretty short, which is a running theme with the books that I read because I like short books. I will say this book is not for everybody. It's a little bit weird. It has some weird themes in it. Some scenes are very weird. If you enjoy a good, weird story and a sad story at that, go ahead and read this book. I really recommend you pick it up. So I don't actually have the physical format of this book. I read it on my Kindle, but right here, I'll put a picture of it. It is Juniper and Thorn. I don't remember any of the names in this book, but I do remember that this book was batshit crazy. Oh my God. It's a fantasy book. It's about a girl. I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. But basically her dad is like this crazy tyrant, rule the house, Cinderella type beat, won't let her out of the house. I just said something that literally happens like towards the end of the book, and I almost just left it in the video. So good thing I didn't. I just remembered right now. But yeah, her dad is basically Cinderella parent, won't let her out of the house. One day she sneaks out, she goes to a play with her sister. She sees some dude there that she likes, Papa Likey. So she makes her moves, stuff happens, who knows? You gotta read it to find out. This book has multiple trigger warnings. It gets crazy. People are dying, people are crying, people are frying, people are Ryan. People are trying. But yeah, no, this book is crazy. Serious trigger warning. I don't really get triggered easily, but there was a part in this book where my mouth was agaped. I could not believe what I was reading on the page. And if you want to find out, you gotta read it too. This is no shade towards a book or anything, but I actually DM'd the author one time to ask her for a book suggestion for a video, and she never responded. So for that reason, it's not in my favorites anymore. Now, I've only been recording for 9 minutes of this short video. My all-time favorite book of all time is Normal People by Sally Rooney. This is the story of two people who fall in love, who fall out of love, who knows where the story goes from. I just keep doing that. But yeah, it just follows the love story between two normal people. Sally Rooney has to be the absolute best writer when it comes to realistic dialogue and also Irish people. I don't know much about Irish people, but if I were to know a lot, I feel like it would be from this book. I do recommend looking up who's in the actual cast list for this show before you read it, so you have a vision of what they look like in your head. Paul Mescal was going through my head through this whole book, and it made it so much better, truly. This story has a lot to do with miscommunication. Miscommunication is super frustrating to me, but when it's written in this format, I love it. I love it. It's super realistic, super gritty love story that it's not mundane at all. You probably won't expect anything that happens in this book. I read this all in one sitting, and like, yeah, it's a short book, but like, I feel like it's not short enough for like a binge. I don't know. I'm just a baby when it comes to reading, so. I also have another book. It's called A Sailor Who Fell from Grace into the Sea, I believe is the name of it. That was the first book I ever read out of my own leisure time, and it really got me into reading, seriously. That book, I couldn't really tell you what was going on the whole time, but it was so entertaining to read, and it was just a good book to pick up and like get into it. I will say some of the writing is a little bit over descriptive. It's a little flowery, but I don't know why it fit with that book. And there's some descriptions in that book that are kind of weird. Specifically towards this dude's mom's kind of weird. There's some weird things with the mom in this book. There's just some weird thoughts, but they're true thoughts, like they're real thoughts that people would have. So I guess I'm just being a little bit of a fart head. Overall, it was a really great book. I would put it in my favorite just because it was one of the first ones that I ever read. But if I were to have to pick a book out of this whole entire pile here, it would have to be Normal People. I love the show. I love the book. I love the author. I cannot wait to read more from her. Sorry, that take took me so long to say. I don't know why the words were not working. So if I said that with a little bit of aggression, I apologize. Yeah, no, I can't read. I just did it again. I cannot wait to read more from this author. It's what I was trying to say the whole time. Leave your favorite books in the description, and I will try to read them in my free time when I'm not trying to read for a video. Have a great night, great day, and I love you. Ugh. It's kind of gross.